My name is Calvin Wilkie. I'll be the MC for the entertainment for this afternoon. A little bit about myself. I'm 18 years old. I've been in 4-H for 10 years. I'm currently in two clubs, the Red Law Parade 4-H Beef Club, where I have a beef project as well as a lamb project. I'm also in the TNT Multi-Club based out at Coaldale, and there I have an automotives project where I am restoring a 1952 International pick. Today the 4-H is here as the entertainment, and we also have done a silent auction. So if you ever get a chance, you can go over there and bid on like tons of stuff, that'd be great. 4-H has been partners with Farm & Smarter for 5 years. At the auction here we have over 100 items, and the proceeds from the auction all go towards the southern region, where we can have events like our regional banquet. Kids do a judging competition, and this will go towards setting that up, as well as our public speaking events and camps that the kids go to. So Farm & Smarter has helped out a lot. They're a big sponsor of 4-H, and without them, we couldn't do a lot of this stuff. And it's really great that we're able to have this kind of relationship with them. This year we have just under 1,000 members in the South region. South region's kind of Tabor, Brooks, Medicine Hat, Pincher Creek. It's a fairly big region. There's 7 regions total. Okay, so our first person of entertainment here tonight is Alexandra Russell. And she's going to say her speech that she got to go to regionals with and was able to compete. Alexandra is 15 years old. She is from the Pincher Creek district. Alexandra has been in 4-H for 6 years, and she loves it a lot. She likes to do school sports, especially volleyball. She is in the horse 4-H, and she likes to ride her horse and compete, and her horse's name is Dixie. So, Alexandra Russell, a war with words, Alexandra Russell.
Good afternoon, speakers and delegates. Imagine a world where you were forbidden to speak your mind, where you could not express your beliefs or opinions on situations without being thrown in jail or worse. Well, the truth is, there are places in the world like this, but we are lucky enough to live in a society where freedom of speech is accepted. But wait, is it actually? Freedom of speech, or free speech, is defined as one's right to communicate ideas and opinions publicly without government restraint. Without freedom of speech, I would not be able to stand here today and express my ideas and opinions to you. Without this freedom, people would have no choice but to agree with whatever society stated, and access to media and world news would be very limited. A world without freedom of speech would be very restricting. I believe it would be incredibly difficult to withhold all of your opinions and ideas, and that's coming from a very opinionated person. But you see, the question I'm battling with is, do people have the right to say whatever they want, whenever and wherever they want? Or should people's freedom of speech have limitations and boundaries? Should one's free speech be censored? Truthfully, I believe there are limitations and boundaries, such as slander and hate speech. But when does strongly expressing your beliefs and opinions disrespect these limitations and become an irresponsible use of your right? These issues on freedom of speech have never been simple. The questions surrounding what can we say without punishment have not been solved in centuries and may not be solved in the future. But just last year, the world's attention was focused on 2 situations which severely threatened our freedom of speech and involved the complex and sensitive topics of religion and culture. The Interview is a comedy sponsored by Sony, which focuses on two journalists who are recruited to assassinate the leader of North Korea. This film created an excessive amount of controversy, asking the question, does Sony have the right to premiere a film with such a sensitive topic? On November 24th, 2014, Sony Studios were hacked. The hackers threatened to release personal data and documents unless Sony agreed to stop the film's release. As well, 9/11-like attacks were threatened to occur against any studio that was to release the film. Subsequently, Sony chose to suspend the movie's release. This situation reminded me of a severe case of bullying. And what does everyone tell someone being bullied to do? People say, don't give up, and to stand up for yourself and what you believe in. Now, don't get me wrong. Limitations to our freedom of speech are in place for good reason and benefit our society tremendously. But Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg are hardly the first two directors to put world leaders into a film about assassination. The next issue I will discuss happened on January 7th of 2015, when 10 cartoonists from the much-loved satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo were brutally killed in a terrorist attack. The terrorists claimed a right to murder as their prophet Muhammad was being mocked. For days, the world's attention was drawn to Paris, France, where these murders occurred, as many feared there would be similar attacks on other world media outlets. In fact, in Canada, journalists were critical of each other, as many failed to publicize the facts of this catastrophe due to fears of retaliation by terrorists with similar beliefs. Amazingly, the remaining staff at Charlie Hebdo, with the assistance of other newspapers and magazines, band together to produce additional copies of the magazine as a means to stand up to terrorists. Has our society reached yet another limitation to our freedom of speech, saying that we no longer can poke fun at different religions without risking our lives? Do citizens still have the right to speak their mind in public places? I believe the correct answer is yes, we do have the right. But with that said, I'm not saying that people should take advantage of freedom of speech. I'm not saying that students should go to school tomorrow and yell at their teachers about the homework load and then claim freedom of speech. Remember, there is a fine line between peacefully expressing your thoughts and losing control of your ability to be respectful and considerate. Take the time to question yourself. Is this really worth saying? If it is, then express your thoughts, express your ideas and your beliefs. Speak your mind. Because if that's truly how you feel, then you should not be required to keep your thoughts and feelings inside. Otherwise, we all may be in a war with words.